just getting ready to go live on Whatnot here. I always like showing up 2 hours before the auction because sometimes I like forget important stuff. For example, one time I was doing it at home and I forgot my tripod, this exact tripod, because I used to do it from my phone at the studio. Then it was like 5 minutes before, it was like 15 minutes before the stream. I was like, oh no, I dropped in my car and boosted over here, and then I showed up 10 minutes late because I didn't have the tripod. So it was like giving myself enough time now. Making sure all the bags are numbered, making sure all the stuff is listed, all that different type of stuff. It's important. You don't want to, not be prepared when you're doing important things. That's something I've learned in my old age here. Today I want to showcase some vintage Lego sets because I was actually just making a short on one of my vintage Lego sets in my collection here. And I also want to talk about some more ideas and concepts for this channel and the Bricksie channel that I'm thinking about implementing, and I think it would be the best way to operate my two channels in the end. It would be a process to convert over to the system, but I think it would be the best in the end. First off, check out some of these vintage Lego sets. Look at this. This is the tipper truck from 1974. There's the original box. Interesting thing about this one, look at that. It says Samsonite of Canada, and the instruction manual says Samsonite as well. Was this made by Samsonite? Is that the same company that I'm thinking of, like Samsonite, the luggage company? I don't know, maybe. Legoland 612, this set is comprised of 17 pieces, and there's 5 building stages. 5 steps, that's funny, to build this really cool vintage truck. And there's some old town sets on the back as well. And mine, for some reason, it has like the yellow tipping mechanism rather than blue, but we have the original print piece there, which is pretty cool. Also the windscreen, which is in really good condition, and those old school tiny tires. So neat. And it still rolls. So cool. I like that, hey? I've got some other vintage sets. In fact, I featured this one on a short just the other day on this channel. And that's what I want to start doing shorts on this channel and just featuring random stuff as I talk about it. Look at that. We've got a warehouse. My realtor gave me that when we successfully purchased this property. Look at those trees. They're like painted trees. That's so cool. I think that one's from 1968. The year could be wrong. Check out the short because I went over that. And then we've got like the shell truck right there. That's so cool. I like it when, or Lego used to pair up with Shell. I think that's just a neat concept. There's a little TV truck there, and then this classic Ice Planet from 2002. That's neat. Also, something else that's vintage, not the Hot Wheel, but that is a pretty cool classy customs Hot Wheel right there. I've got this 1990 brick separator. They started making these in 1990. I think they stopped in 2001. It says on brickset.com. I looked it up and I forgot. Yeah, some pretty cool stuff. Other than that, I've got another vintage set down here, which is known as Magisto Tower. And in front of it is actually a really neat base plate that I've been playing with since I was a kid. Like, I've been playing with that base plate forever. I mean, you've got some classic knights there, Magisto and his chariot, and also Magisto's tower. Look at the print elements and the fabric flag. That is so cool. That is just a classic right there. How neat is that? I forget what year that one's from, but it's not as old as the tipper truck or the warehouse, but it's up there. In regards to Star Wars stuff, I've got the 2005 Death Star. That's the oldest UCS set that I have in my collection, I believe. I forget what year this guy's from, but he's pretty old too, General Grievous. But that's from 2005. I think they need to remake that one. I think that would be really neat if they remade that. And then I've got some older stuff up here too, like the TIE Fighters, the blue and black ones. Those are so weird. Some of them actually came in like 2 packs. And we've got the Y-Wing here, and also this X-Wing. Isn't that neat? It's like the old gray. Yeah. So you got some vintage stuff in the Star Wars room. Not much though. I'm not really like a vintage collector. I really should try and like order some more. But I started collecting Lego in 2015. So vintage doesn't really resonate with me as much because I really didn't collect much when I was a kid. Sure, there's Lego around, but I didn't really like collect Lego in a big way when I was a kid. Like we had a Lego table and it was full of Mega Blocks and Lego, but not much in the way of actual Lego sets. Then look at this. We've got a Mickey. That's a cool character. And also the Firehouse Mickey too. I think these ones are from like the early 2000s, 2001, 2003, somewhere around there. Those are pretty neat though. I like those. Put them on display with the other Disney stuff. Yeah, so that's some vintage stuff that I have here in the studio. I should work on getting some more, make like a vintage shelf. But only get ones that really like, that I think are cool. Maybe like the castle ones, some of the old town ones, I guess. And then like anything with an IP, like a license, independent property, is that what IP stands for? Probably. So what would I like to do with this channel? I was thinking about it, and nothing that I say here is like set in stone. But my ultimate goal, and I've mentioned this on Bricksie before, is to turn this channel, well, actually I want to transform both channels. And what I want to do with this channel is turn it into the talking channel. This is where I come up with the ideas and concepts. I feature some sets. I feature some things like some of the building processes that I go through here in the Lego City. And then what I do on the Bricksie channel is I actually like showcase the final product and the condensed building. What I want to do is maybe try and get away, I want to try and transform a little bit of the content that I do on Bricksie into some more polished content. There's a little less explanation because I like to explain myself thoroughly in everything I do. I do like to talk a lot because that's just what my YouTube channel has always been. I've always been a vlogger. But for example, the zoo. I think since we've started recreating the zoo and giving it a fresh look, we've done 4 videos on it, maybe 3. But maybe what I could do is condense those 3 or 4 videos that I work on throughout an entire week into one single video and launch that on the Bricksie channel. So the video would be taking apart the existing tunnels, loosely placing the animals, building the aviary, building the monkey dome, building the farm animals, and starting to build the Arctic all in one condensed video. And there would be less talking, it would be more about the actual building and less of the ideas and concepts. I discussed this concept before, so maybe on the Bricksie channel, it would be like more of just featuring the end results of stuff. Today we're gonna be building the zoo. First thing we're gonna do is take all this stuff apart. And it's like a time lapse that's like, boom, boom, it's taken apart. Next thing, we went around and we placed all the animals where we want them to be. And it's just like a video of showcasing all the animals where they're gonna be. Not saying, oh, we're gonna put the monkeys here and we're gonna put the zebras over here and we're gonna put the pandas here and give an explanation as to why they're there. It's just like, next thing, this is where all the animals are gonna go. And then the next clips after that, the first thing we wanted to do is work on the aviary. And then it's just like a time lapse of me building the entire aviary, or it's like short clips. Here's the aviary before. The first thing is we put the waterfall in, and it's like, snap, that's a clip. And then the next clip is, next we frame the waterfall with the slopes. Boom, that's a clip. And then the next clip is, next we add the vegetation onto the available studs along with cheese slopes. Boom, that's a clip. Next we add the tree leaves to the arches that I inserted here in the reddish brown wall. Boom, that's a clip, and it's like a 4-second clip. And the next thing, oh, we added the water tiles to the creek. That's done, right? So then it's like, and I film 300 clips over the 4-day period that I'm working on that. So now the video, rather than me showcasing the feature or the finished product and showing how all of these things and my thought process and how it did, is like one long clip stating all of that stuff. Now it's 300 clips, boom, 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 boom. And it's like, that's it. That's what's on the Bricksie channel. And then on this channel, I'm more so talking about the ideas and concepts and sort of my thought process on the whole thing. Now, the reason I don't do that right now on Bricksie is because it's a huge risk, and I have to keep the ship afloat. And I've been doing this style of stuff on the Bricksie channel that I currently do forever. That's how I've operated that channel. I've never, ever done it the other way. And I think if I can get this channel up and off the ground, and I can get this channel sort of eased into being the everyday vlogger, and then the Bricksie channel being the polished, quick, snappy videos, then it's the best of both worlds. I think I can continue doing what I love to do right here, and I can also showcase the featured product on Bricksie. But with that said, the Bricksie channel would still feature all of the other things that I do. Lego reviews, Lego shopping, Lego city updates, full Lego city overviews, full Lego studio overviews would still be on there. But then the Lego city build videos would be a lot more snappy, and a lot more stuff would happen in each video. Yes, the building process of me doing all of this stuff would take as long as it currently does, but I would be showcasing more days of building in a single video. So that's sort of what I'm thinking. I don't think it can happen right away because I need to get this channel up off this channel like going before I can commit to doing that, because I upload videos to make money. So if I just change it right away and the revenue stops immediately, well, then I'm not going to be able to provide for my family. So I can't change it right away, but that would be my goal. I did mention things like this on the Bricksie channel before, that things maybe need to change. I don't need to, I need to change the way things are happening because I'm working every day and I'm uploading every day, and maybe it's becoming a bit too much. But now if I upload on Bricksie Talks, and this is where I do all the talking stuff, and then on the other channel it's a little more polished, I think that's the best of both worlds. And maybe I'm, maybe I'm starting to figure it out. Maybe that's what it needs to be. I think that might make more sense. Yeah. It's funny, there's been some people saying that, man, all you do is talk. You're 20% building, 80% talking. It's like because I upload every day. And there's some channels out there that don't even build Lego. All they do is talk about Lego. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they review sets and talk. That's what YouTube is. People talking, man. That's what it is. If I weren't talking, then I don't know. I wouldn't be able to make videos. But that's sort of my thought process, I hope I was able to present it clear as mud, and I think it would be really cool. I really want to test it. I really want to test this style of video on Bricksie. I've thought about it so much. I've contemplated this for years. I think it would be so neat to try and make a video like that. But the issue is if I make a video like that and it gets the same amount of views as a regular video, the 30 or 40,000, and I put a week of effort into it, it's going to completely deflate me. And once again, won't provide. So we'll keep the lights on here. I mean, yeah. There's other things that I can say about that, and I'll do that in other videos, because there's more than, at this point, this business has more revenue streams than just making YouTube videos. So if I can sort of try and lean on those other things as well, then we can start to try and do different things. But I think in order to grow the Bricksie channel to where I want it to be, I have to change the style of content that I'm producing on there. Because I hear people. I read them every day. I hear them. You talk too much. These videos are too long. The videos are too constant. You're repeating yourself. You can't make 4 videos about train track. Like, something's got to change. So maybe they're right. Maybe they're right. And maybe this is the solution. Change it all. Well, there you go, everybody. It's vintage Lego and a potential direction for the 2 Bricksie channels. Bricksie Talks and Bricksie the Original. All right, farewell.